So I should have looked at the perks.
Boys.
It's been a while. You know, I watched it like a month ago.
It's fine.
You're fine.
Thank you. Hello and welcome back to the CineManiacs here on your station, your voice, the Galaxy Radio. Our other two are currently on their phones right now.
I have, in case I get lost, I have everything for perks in case I get lost on it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm just pulling up. I'm pulling up my movie.
Okay.
So I can make sure that I don't.
You turn around and show me just like Steven did? Okay. You guys in the clear. All right. I'm sorry.
actually looking it up.
I'm sorry for calling you out. I just want to make... Okay. Yeah, I know. Me, right? All right, here we go. Ready? So, as far as the second half of our show goes, we each have one more movie to talk about. The three actresses that we chose tonight as our favorite actress, or just an actress that we look up to and admire, with them being Jennifer Lawrence, Amy Adams, and Emma Watson. So, for the second half of our show, who wants to go first?
Let's just do it in the same order.
Okay.
You go first, then me, then Steve.
All right, I didn't know that somebody else wanted to start first. That's all. All right.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
so
I was just asking. That's all.
I'm sorry.
Okay. God, I get it. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So, to continue with the second half of our show, I guess I'll go first with the second movie that I've chosen for my favorite actress, Jennifer Lawrence, being Silver Linings Playbook. And I chose Silver Linings Playbook just because it's the film that Jennifer Lawrence won her Oscar for, becoming the youngest winner of Best Actress ever. The youngest Best Actress. Yeah, she's 22 years old when she won Best Actress.
Got 2 years to beat that.
Got 2 years to beat that. None of us are girls.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to burst your bubble.
None of us are girls.
Because you said youngest actress, not youngest person. So
I don't know who the youngest Best Actor winner is, but the youngest actress is winner.
I feel like
I'm gonna look it up.
I think it's Leo.
No.
You don't think so?
Oh no. No.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Leo has only won one
I
Oscar.
forgot.
No.
I think he's the youngest to be nominated, though. That's what I was thinking of.
The youngest to be nominated was
the kid from Room.
No, he wasn't nominated. The kid from Kramer versus Kramer, I think, who played Meryl Streep and Dustin Hoffman's son. He was the youngest ever to be nominated.
Tatum O'Neal in the movie Paper Moon from 1973 was 11 years old
when he won. Or was nominated.
Wait.
Oh no, you looked up false information.
You lied to us.
You done goofed, Brendan.
Wait,
you
Tatum O'Neal. Wait, Best Actress. That's not what I said.
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry. I typed in youngest winner for Best Actor, and Tatum O'Neal popped up for Best Actress. She was 11 years old.
Okay.
That's the youngest person to win an Oscar.
11 years old?
Yes.
In
the
Best
youngest
Supporting
winner
Role.
in Oscar history.
Yeah, Best Actress in a Supporting Role is Tatum O'Neal.
Supporting role?
Yeah. Yeah, Best. Yeah, it said Best.
Still the youngest person to ever win an Oscar.
Yeah. But not. I was asking about Best Actor, Kevin.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, alright.
I tried to find that.
Oh. Well, anyways, we're gonna continue moving on. Yeah, so Jennifer Lawrence, this was the film she won her Oscar for Best Actress, being the youngest person ever to win Best Actress, and it was also the for me, it's my 5th favorite film ever, and I just really enjoy this film. Like, the reason why it's my 5th favorite film is just because I connect with it. Like, honestly, like, I relate to it. And with like Bradley Cooper's character, like just with the various characters, like you can relate to them and what they go through and how each of them interacts and whatnot. But so I really, really enjoy this movie for that, and her performance is just like it was what won her Oscar, and it was worth it. Like her performance blows you away. Like it is the best performance in the whole movie of the other three: Jackie Weaver, Robert De Niro, and Bradley Cooper. Her performance was just the way that she acted. Not insane, not like weird, but not insane. Just a little. I don't know what's the word to describe it. She's not crazy. She's just a little. I don't know how to describe it. Have you guys seen Silver
I haven't
Linings?
seen it. No.
Like, no.
I don't even know what it's about.
Oh. Well, I guess.
It's not about football, right?
No, it's not about football. I guess just to tell you, like Silver Linings Playbook, it's about. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it is that Bradley Cooper has in the movie. It
Do you want me to look it up?
Sure. But he has this mental disease, or it's not a disease, it's just it's a disorder he has. And his father, played by Robert De Niro, also has like a disorder. Like everything has to be in a certain place. It has to work this way. Like you gotta do everything a certain way, and it has to be put in a certain place. But Bradley Cooper has this disorder, this mental disorder, and he's released from the hospital. And he's
Bipolar.
That's it, bipolar. Why could I not think of that? Yes, he has a bipolar disorder, and he's trying to win back his wife because his wife cheated on him, and he snapped and went real crazy, and that's what put him in the mental hospital. And so he gets released from the hospital, and he tries to win back his wife, like showing her that I'm better, we can be together, honey. And while he's doing it, he meets this girl, which is Jennifer Lawrence's character, who plays the sister of his friend's wife in the movie. And she has got a disorder too. Like she's a little not crazy, but just like whack in the head. And they sort of like they both have like needs that they're trying to fulfill. Like they want it fulfilled, but they, with their mental disorders, like they help each other along the way. Like they help each other like try to accomplish what it is. Because Jennifer Lawrence's character, she wants to be in this dance competition, and she wants to try and do the best she can to wow the judges over, or to place high enough. And so she needs a dance partner, and she asks for Bradley Cooper's help. And Bradley Cooper asks for her help to deliver a message to his wife, who she knows. So, but in the process, of course, like we know, they start to like fall in love with each other. They end up liking each other, and it's the typical cliche love story. So, but her performance in here was just playing a wacko. It was really, really good, the way that she pulled it off. And again, I don't want to say crazy, but it was not insane, not crazy, just like, I can't remember what it is, but she's just a little whacked in the head. And because like her husband left her, and she slept with like 5 guys at her work and everything, and she yeah. But she just has this attitude of like, I don't care what people think of me. I'm me. I still do what I want. Like, why does this matter? Why does this matter? Why do we do this? Why do we like? And she just tries to help Bradley Cooper's character along the way, and he tries to help her. And it's just, I need to rewatch this movie. Yeah.
She's just depressed.
Depressed? Okay.
With like relationship problems, as you just said.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I thought she had something.
No.
I know, like,
she has depression.
Okay.
That's what she has.
Okay. My bad. Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was. I'm sorry. But her performance it was really, really, it was the best of the other three performers, and the way that she pulled it off, she does a good job relating to others out there who might feel the same way. And so that's why, like, this movie and The Hunger Games are why Jennifer Lawrence is my favorite actress, like why I really enjoy her. So, or enjoy watching her. And I look forward to everything else she has coming up. So, yeah. This is also a David O. Russell film who did American Hustle. And, yeah, she did Joy with him.
That's why they were both on American Hustle.
Yeah, and they were both in Joy, and with Robert De Niro too. So it was, yeah. Do you guys got any questions? I know it was kind of like all over the place.
I mean, me and him were both all over the place for our first two movies.
Yeah.
So
that's
fair.
You guys got any questions or?
Not that I can think of. Like I said, you already answered the questions I was going to ask.
All right. I give Silver Linings Playbook then. I give it probably like a 7.9. Anywhere between like a 7.8, solid 8.0, like 7.9, almost 8.0, 7.9 probably. Yeah. So yeah.
Nice.
That's it for me, my favorite actress, Jennifer Lawrence. Brendan!
All right. The second movie that I am doing with Amy Adams, which I'm very excited for, is Nocturnal Animals.
Are there nocturnal animals in it?
Oh, Lord. Have you seen this movie, Steven?
No, but I know there are no nocturnal animals
This is
in
a
it.
good movie.
Oh,
I had to make a joke about it.
I really
That's
want to
why.
rewatch this
I was
movie.
going to say, this was a psychological thriller. Which
And
I know,
you know
yeah,
I
you
love
like
psychological thrillers.
Yeah,
I had to
this
get my joke out the way first. That's why.
And another thing that this movie has going for it is not only does it have Amy Adams that I love, but it also has Jake Gyllenhaal, who I have finally determined is my second favorite actor. And so, what?
I was going to say, and it's also got Michael Shannon.
It does have. I love Michael Shannon.
I know you do. That's why I
really?
thought you were going to mention him too.
I actually forgot he was in this movie.
He was nominated for this.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson was really good in it too. Just got a lot of good people.
Yeah.
So this movie is about Amy Adams, and she is married to a owner of an art gallery. And one day, she gets a package from her ex-husband, her first husband, played by Jake Gyllenhaal. And in that package is like a rough draft of a book that he's working on, because he's a writer. And I'm pretty sure the book was called Nocturnal Animals, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just, Amy Adams starts reading this book, and it's just way too similar and way too, like, it hits close to home. And she just can't put it down. Any time that she gets a free chance, she starts reading it. And we see the two stories. We see the story of Amy Adams reading the book and sort of being invested in it and being enthralled by it and wanting to meet up with her first husband again to talk about this book. And we also see the actual portrayal of what is going on in the book, of Jake Gyllenhaal's character, who one night he's just driving with his family and just an absolutely horrible thing happens that I'm not going to talk about it because it just came out last year.
It's been over a year now. Yeah, it came out December 2016, so it's been over a year now.
Still, that's a little close. I'll give light spoilers.
I was gonna say, we mentioned Han Solo died. After it had been a year since Force Awakens.
Anyway, so I'll just go ahead and say it. One night, Jake Gyllenhaal in the book, the character is with his wife and his daughter, and they're driving and they get pulled over. They got pulled over by Aaron Taylor Johnson's character.
Yeah.
And they just kidnap his wife and his daughter and leave him on the side of the road, like just beaten. And he's trying to find his wife and daughter again. And that's just kind of what the book is about. And then it's about getting revenge against Aaron Taylor Johnson's character. And the reason that Amy Adams can't put it down is because it's too similar to her life. The way he describes his character and the way he describes his wife's character and his daughter's character, it's too much like Amy Adams and their actual kid that they have. And it's just really, it's really good. It's just, it's shot beautifully, and it's just, I was just really into it. And like the ending was kind of, I thought the ending could have been a little bit better, but it was good for what it was and what it represented. But, you know, I didn't know that the director of this movie was Tom Ford.
Yeah.
Like, clothing designer Tom Ford.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know clothing designer Tom Ford.
Yeah, he's a clothing designer.
How did
he also did A Single Man, I think.
How did he do a movie? How did it lead to this?
Yeah, he does like suits. Tom Ford, he's a fashion designer. His luxury brand. He's the creative director at Gucci. Yeah. And he also directed A Single Man with Colin Firth.
Yeah.
Tom Ford.
This is Tom Ford.
I didn't know he was a clothing designer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know he did Nocturnal Animals.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I was looking at it to make sure I was doing it like that. I remembered everything correctly, and it said director Tom Ford, and I'm like, that's weird. So I clicked it, and it's actual clothing, like fashion designer Tom Ford.
He's bringing back silk boxers.
Oh God.
That's interesting.
But, yeah. Amy Adams' performance is just like, we're basically just seeing everything through her eyes, which is like, it's weird because she's married to this owner of an art gallery, and you see how like luxurious everything is in their house, and yet she's falling back into the person that she left for that life, who's just like a broke writer that just has finally written a story that she is interested in. And the only reason she's interested in it is because it's too close to her life.
Yeah.
It's just,
wow. I just can't get over it. Just like
that Tom Ford directed this.
Just think, his life could have went a whole different direction. He could have either been doing just films or just clothing, but he did both. Just imagine there being no Tom Ford brand.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean,
he has a film company.
Yeah, it's
Fades of Black.
He did really good with this movie.
He did good with Single Man too. They both were like Oscar-nominated films.
I haven't seen A Single Man.
I haven't either. But Colin Firth was nominated Best Actor for it.
Amy Adams wasn't nominated for this.
The only thing this had was supporting actor Michael Shannon. That was it.
It didn't even have screenplay?
Nope.
Wow.
I know.
Wow, I really liked it.
Yeah.
I liked the screenplay. Yeah, everyone's performance in this movie was strong.
Yeah.
Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, like you just said, he was nominated for this role. I thought it was good for a nomination, but I can't remember who won last year.
Oh, Mahershala Ali for Moonlight.
That's right.
Yep. Mahershala deserved it.
No, he did.
He did.
No,
I'm
he
not
did.
saying Michael Shannon deserved it. His performance was good, but he just played Michael Shannon. I love Michael Shannon, but he just played Michael Shannon. But you know
He
how
wrote this too.
Tom Ford wrote Nocturnal Animals.
Yeah.
I thought he did it. Like he directed, produced, wrote it.
Did he do everything?
I'm gonna guess so.
Dude!
He was director, producer, and writer. He was also
did it
director.
all.
Dude!
He also directed, produced, and wrote A Single Man.
Dude!
He did
Tom
it.
Ford! Oh my god!
He's a very creative man, creative mind.
Jake Gyllenhaal's performance, as it is with everything, is just good.
Jake Gyllenhaal he doesn't have a bad performance.
He's a really good actor.
Yeah, like
That's why he's my second favorite.
I've never been like disappointed with any of his performances ever. He does a good job with everything. Even like rom-coms and whatnot, he does good. Like Love and Other Drugs and there's another one he did. I don't know what it was. Oh well. But yeah.
No, I really like Nocturnal Animals. I really do. I really want to rewatch it, and I really need to buy it because I don't own it. It makes me sad because this movie's really good.
Well, all right. You got anything else? Or
Not really, unless you guys have anything you want to.
what is it
ask.
about Amy Adams' performance again? Like in this movie?
In this movie, the reason I like her performance is just because we see everything through her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
We never really see it through Jake Gyllenhaal's eyes unless it's through the story that he wrote.
Yeah.
And so to see it through the eyes of a reader, through someone that we already know whenever it first starts, because we learn more and more about the author, Jake Gyllenhaal, instead of like the story, Jake Gyllenhaal. We learn more about the author, Jake Gyllenhaal, through Amy Adams' character.
Right.
And through flashbacks and all that. But it's just like, I don't know. There was just something about it. Because it wasn't, I'm not going to say it wasn't as strong as what she normally does, like Arrival and all that. But it was more, I guess, relaxed.
Yeah. She was very, like, her character was very more
Very relaxed, but also very manipulative and thought-provoking. Because, she, like I said, we see the story through her eyes, and we also see her life through her eyes. And it's just, we see her putting the pieces together, and then, like, being like, do I talk to him about this, or do I not talk to him about this?
Yeah.
And she's it's a very good progression of her character, because in the beginning, she doesn't care about anything, really, except for herself. But then, as the movie goes on, and as she reads more of the story, she starts realizing how important other things are than just money and luxury. And it's just, it's always interesting to see things like that, to see stories like that, where we have someone who has everything, but also has nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
That was actually a quote from Iron Man that I just said.
Good job. I mean, it works, but yeah, good job.
Nelson says you're a man who has everything and yet nothing.
You proud? What would you rate Nocturnal Animals?
Ooh. See, I've been jumping back and forth.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to rate Nocturnal Animals an 8.2 out of 10. I really want to rewatch this movie because I really like it.
You should rewatch it.
Oh, should I?
Yeah.
Oh, should I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll remember that.
I give Nocturnal Animals.
Yeah, I want to hear what you think.
Oh, what I thought Nocturnal Animals? I thought it was good. Like, it was really good. It was very psychological. Like, it made you think. Like, at the end, it was like, oh, okay. But overall, like, what I would rate it, I'd give Nocturnal Animals like a 7.6 out of 10.
See, I've been jumping back and forth between 7.8 and 8.2, but I'm gonna give it an 8.2.
Okay. Steven.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'll remember that.
you do it.
I'll remember that for 2 weeks from now.
About 2 weeks.
What's in 2 weeks? Black
50
Panther.
Shades.
50 Shades is next week.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll remember this the next week.
All right, yeah, please do. So yeah,
Yes.
that's your favorite actress, Amy Adams,
Yep.
Yep.
or actress you admire. So
Favorite actress.
it is. Yeah, all right.
She is. I really do think that she is my favorite actress. I really like Gal Gadot, but I haven't seen enough of her movies.
Fast and Furious, man.
Mm.
Okay.
I just really like it.
All right, so Steven, your second movie for
Yeah.
Emma Watson.
My second movie for Emma Watson is Perks of Being a Wallflower, which is one of my favorite movies that it's up there on my list of favorite movies that I've seen, and it is based off of a book of the same name, Perks of Being a Wallflower. It stars Emma Watson, Ezra Miller as well, and Logan Lerman.
Yeah, that's right.
They're all in this movie together, and
Yeah,
it's
Percy Jackson and Hermione Granger.
and the Flash,
And the Flash.
all in
Flash.
one movie.
Yeah.
What fan fiction is this?
Tumblr's having a ball right now.
But it's pretty much it's a coming of age story about all three of them, but mostly focused on Charlie, who was played by Logan Lerman, and just him going through just his last year, his pretty sure his last year of high school before he goes to college and all that, and it's a movie, it's something. And I've always loved coming of age stories.
I was gonna say, is that a good something or is
It's
that
a good something.
Okay.
It's a good something. It's a very impactful movie. Oh, actually, I was wrong. He's a freshman in high school.
Oh.
There's
They're
first
seniors.
year in high school.
It's his first year, but it is Sam and Patrick's Who Sam being Emma Watson and Patrick being Ezra Miller. It's their last year in high school.
They're seniors.
So yeah, he's basically this kid hanging with
They take him under their wing.
taking under wing he's basically hanging with the big dogs in high school and just navigating his life along with them. As we learn that we're all don't have everything together.
Yeah.
And it's a good movie. I always like coming of age stories, such as the one we reviewed earlier, which was It, and yeah, that was a very good movie as well.
Coming of age movies are
They're
good.
they're good, and they're very it's just the people who take them do a very good job of portraying them out really well. So the ones I've seen are not bad at all.
Yeah.
And just and mostly since Sam is pretty much the love interest in this movie, which is Charlie, Charlie has a crush on, and it's just it starts off they're all pretty much befriending each other, all cool each other, but he knows that he has feelings for her, but just doesn't really say anything about them.
Mm-hmm.
He just lives his just goes through everything without saying anything about it.
Yeah.
And then he eventually at one point he gets another girlfriend, and my favorite scene is they're all hanging out around Christmas or before they graduate, and they're all just sitting there playing truth or dare, and Patrick as Merle's character is I dare you to kiss the prettiest girl in the room, and he doesn't kiss his girlfriend, he kisses Sam, and his girlfriend is just heartbroken.
Yeah.
And Sam's just what?
Yeah.
Sam's confused, his girlfriend's heartbroken, and he's just
You said
this was all on impulse.
You said.
Yeah, and that's just one of the things that happened in this movie. And because it's mostly about Charlie and him navigating his life, because you find out more about him, because he is in the movie he is clinically depressed, and you find out he just traumatized out from his childhood because his aunt died in a car crash, and he kind of blames himself for it. It's not a dramatic one. It's a
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I really need to.
It's a very good movie, and just because his aunt's not a good person.
Yeah.
Not a good person at all. So that's why I was just like, I don't feel much remorse when she dies in the car crash. I mean,
I mean that's fair.
no. Once you see the movie, you'll figure it out. You see, there's no reason for remorse about it. But yeah, it's just like it's coming of age. I don't know what I was about to say. It's just like really good. It's just like I say, just all of them just navigating their life and just like going through like the awkward stages, and just like all of that. Because all three of them they're like pretty much like wallflowers.
Yeah.
Like literally, like the common phrase was like wallflowers. Like they just like sit there and chill. They like the high school dances and whatnot. They don't do anything. They just do their own. They just like live the quiet life is what people see as them just living a quiet life. But then once you get involved in them, they have a lot more going on than you'd expect. I think like my favorite character in this, it isn't Emma Watson. It's Ezra Miller's character, Patrick. Cause he's just like, I just like Ezra Miller. He's just like, he's like he does a really good job in the movie. He's just like, he's a senior, and he is gay, and he's trying like he hides it. Mm-hmm. He hides it like from his family because his family doesn't know except his sister. Mm-hmm. Everybody else like in the family doesn't know, and like no one in the school really knows about it either. And it's just like at one point it comes out, but like along like with the guy that he's with, who he was dating, but then they broke up, and that also leads to a very nice scene in the movie as well. And it's just like it's just like you see like you focus on Charlie through the whole movie, but you also see like everybody else, like the other two characters like Sam and Patrick, just like what they're going through is like in their like last year of high school and all and whatnot, and just like you see all of that, and just their like navigation of how everything is, because high school is a jungle pretty much. You just gotta make your way through everything, and it's just all of that just wrapped up into one film, wrapped up into all of this, and just like all the stuff that we deal with in high school, pretty much just like all like the stress and whatnot, pretty much portrayed really good in this movie. But
I'm sorry, you said high school is a jungle, and I just instantly thought of that cartoon.
No. Oh my god. No.
I instantly thought of my gym partner as a monkey.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Also, Paul Rudd's in this movie.
He is?
Yeah, he plays
he's
a
a teacher.
Wow.
He's Mr. Anderson, his English, the English teacher.
Anderson.
The English teacher that Charlie connects
bio
with.
guy.
Mr. Anderson.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it's a good movie. I mean, basically, like he gets with Sam in the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it ends with that notorious line that every Tumblr kid knows. In this moment, we are infinite.
Oh yeah.
It's that line that this movie ends with. Very good line, but it's all
overused.
It's that line all the Tumblr kids know. But it's a very good movie. It's one of my, like I said, like it's one of my favorite movies of. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Like it's in my list of like top whatever number. I don't have a set one yet.
It's fine.
But it's up there. Very good movie.
Yeah,
you have to watch it. It's a very good
really
movie.
Good.
But yeah, that's why I watch it. Like all the characters are very good, just like very developed out and whatnot. So.
All right.
That's pretty much also like why I chose like that for watching it. Like
I was gonna say
it goes in like it's one of my favorite movies. Just like I like her character as much as I like Charlie and Patrick as well. They all do like really good jobs and just like all really play off each other as well.
Mm-hmm. I want to rewatch it again.
You gotta rewatch it.
We got a lot of movies. We got a lot of movies.
I love this movie so much.
It's really. I'm sad I don't have this one. I've seen it. I just don't own it.
Yeah, I mean, if I see it anytime soon, I'm gonna buy it.
You should.
You
should.
Yeah, I don't. It's probably on Blu-ray somewhere. I gotta go find it.
Probably get it at Barnes and Noble or something.
Yeah, the book is probably at Barnes. The book's most likely at Barnes and Noble. So
you know the book is at Barnes and Noble. You know.
Yeah, I don't look in the teen fiction. I don't look at the teen section that much.
They've got that and the other movie. What's it?
Paper Town. I don't know what other movie. There's like a bunch of them.
There's
no.
a bunch of other movies.
What's
Other
no.
books.
Oh no.
Oh.
Which one? Fault in Our Stars?
Fault in Our Stars. I knew it was stars. I knew it was something. I was like,
Yeah.
they always have. They
Also the
always
same-
have Perks of Being a
Also, the
Wallflower
same
and
guy
Fault
who
in Our
did
Stars.
this movie is also the same guy who did the movie Ghost World and Juno. So like
Yeah.
I haven't
he's
seen
used
Juno
to.
Dude,
Juno's a very good movie.
Juno's so good. So
I
good.
heard Juno's good.
Juno's a good movie. I loved it when I watched it.
Great. Allison
He's-
Janney and J.K. Simmons play her parents.
Yeah, Ellen Page
And Michael Cera.
Cera.
It's also a very good coming of age movie.
Yep.
He
Maybe
just-
that guy's
he-
just really good
he
at
does.
coming of age movies.
Both
Yeah.
movies that he has are coming of age movies.
Yeah.
Ghost World and like Juno are both really coming of age
What's the
stories.
guy's name?
Let me double check.
I mean, it's probably not who
It's not Tom Ford.
No, this is one three film from John Malkovich. Oh, it's a trio. So John Malkovich, Leanne Hoffman, and Russell Smith, like they're Mr. Mudd's like production company. It's made like with all three of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and like they've done a few, like they're really like big noticeable ones are Percy and the Wallflower, Juno, and Ghost World. All, yeah, these are all like pretty good ones, and like they have like a few other ones like that are up. They have Which Way Home, which was was up for like an Emmy, but everything else they've done is just like pretty alright. But they have like the three biggest one they did were Juno, Percy and the Wallflower, and Ghost World. So yeah, it's pretty much like a trio of like people that like have this like production company that like works together. Well, let me see the actual.
Nice.
Their actual director.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I was looking for if the director was the same.
Oh, Stephen Chopsky. I don't think he actually did all of them. No, but no, he just did Percy and the Wallflower. He didn't really
Oh.
any other ones.
That's
He- Oh, he also he wrote Beauty and the Beast and Wonder.
The new movie?
Yeah.
Hey.
He had some part in Goldmember.
Wow.
Like Austin Powers.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay.
Some part of it, I guess he like a thanks for whatever in it. But
Oh.
yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Wow.
I've done pretty much with the movie unless you guys have any other question about it.
Not really, no.
Alright. Well, I'll just go into the rating. I have Percy and the Wallflower, and I give it an 8.2 out of 10.
Just like me with Nocturnal Animals.
I was thinking like what number to give it. I'm like, yeah, 8.2 seems fine.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
What would you give it, Levi?
I would give The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Not an 8.2, but probably a 7.4? 7.5? Probably 7.5.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And alright. And I mean with that, we're all done with our like favorite actresses
Man, we're finishing
early.
early.
Very
23
early.
minutes early. How about that?
Yeah. But
Hi.
we don't have any. Do we have any like announcements?
On Monday nights from 8 to 10, make sure you check out Tosh with David and Irvin. They're on 8 to 10, so make sure you tune in, listen to them, what they have to say.
Also,
about what's
next
going on in the
Monday.
news.
Next Monday is Know Your Boo.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
next
it's
Monday.
up on the...
Yeah, next Monday is
Oh,
Know
wow.
Your Boo.
Next
Yes.
Monday is Know Your Boo. That is February, what is that?
February 12th.
12th, yeah, February 12th. So make sure you, all those of you that are on campus.
If you want to go see how well you know your friend, significant other, or like roommate.
Yep.
I was thinking like, what's the third one that they always
Yep.
say?
Roommate, friend,
Significant
significant other.
Whatever.
Yeah. Make sure.
Go and check that out. Guys,
Know-
Radio will be there.
Yeah. See how much you do know your boo.
No, you boo.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, check out Know Your Boo and check out on Monday, which is the 12th, and also on Mondays from 8 to 10 here on the Galaxy Radio. Check out Tosh with David and Irvin. I don't think we have anything else to say. Make sure you tune in next week. We'll be reviewing because next Wednesday is Valentine's Day, so we'll be reviewing just romantic films, probably. Just romantic films, romantic comedies.
Up to 50 Shades
And
Freed.
the marquee of the night will be 50 Shades Freed. So, yeah.
The last in the trilogy.
Yeah, the final 50 Shades.
Unless at the end
No.
they say
No, they're
No. Unless they release a Grey movie, and the whole thing's from Christian Grey's.
That's just a waste.
It is a waste.
That's a waste of a
We'd
movie.
see parts
It's
of
an
the
actual
first one
thing,
over.
though.
Yeah.
I know it
Actually
is.
make
It's
a
a
book.
waste of a movie and a waste of a book as well.
Yep.
The whole series is a waste of paper.
he's got a point.
We all know it.
Hey now. Yes.
Hey, just remember though, this is a tie dad.
Oh my gosh.
This entire show, just a tie dad.
This entire show. For those of you listening, you can't see us, but just know it's a tie dad.
I think it's, yeah.
Listening.
Unless you're watching the
Listening.
live
unless
stream,
you're watching the live stream.
then
Tie
this is
dads.
a tie dad.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Oh.
then that's it
Yeah.
for the night. That's all we got. You still having your show this Friday, Steve? Soothing Blade?
Yeah. I don't have anything else to do.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, all right. Thank you for tuning in this week once again, and make sure you check back next week to listen to us once more. So, we'll sign off one last time.
I'm Brendan.
I'm Steven.
I'm Levi. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and have a great week. We will see you next week.